Okay guys, Ford Explorer Eddie Bauer edition here. We got rotors, white box. We got Evolution brake pad. They say old is gold. So this truck is well maintained, well kept. So we're gonna be doing the rear brake pads on this baby. So if you guys got a Ford Explorer, any Ford, most of the Fords, the old school ones have the same procedure. So what we got here is a caliper with water on it. The bracket is part of the whole axle there, so that's something different today. So follow my instructions. I'm going to show you all the tools as we go along. We're going to replace the rotor and the pads. All right guys, so to begin with, we're going to remove this 10mm right here. There's two 10mm, one here, one in the bottom. So get yourself a gear wrench, works pretty well, just like that. And this baby will come out. And they're both the same thing. If they're different on your Ford, keep them, which one goes where. So I did get a pry bar. If you guys want to get a pry bar, you can go behind this piston and kind of compress it, or behind this brake pad here. Okay, and then what we're gonna do is we're gonna take this caliper out and we're gonna put it to the side. Well, meanwhile, we're gonna remove this brake pad, just the outer brake pad. We're gonna. So my phone rang, but back to the business. So we're gonna remove these two. Just this thing kind of got like a little just tap on it like that outward. Once it comes out, same thing the bottom. It has a little notch that goes in here on the brake pad, right in there. So pay attention to how your brake pads is. So this brake pad has a notch here which goes up on the top like that, and the bottom is kind of plain, so it slides in and slips down. And it will be same thing on the other brake pad. So what we're gonna do is, while we're here, we're gonna compress this little guy, and get yourself a C-clamp or a compressor tool like this, and this guy should just go right in smooth, nice and easy. Okay, and then you can just pop this brake pad out, and we're gonna put it to the side. Time for us to take out the rotor. Sometimes the rotor has some kind of metal clamp here. That's original stuff. Like the Honda has a screw, this will have some type of metal retainer here. Sometimes some Dodges have like a plastic O-ring all around the hub. Okay, so to take this out, don't bang on one side, try to kind of grab it from the other side, bang on it, and then wiggle it out. Sometimes this will be corroded so much, if your rotors are looking really crappy, it will make a lip behind the rotor. Then you need to unadjust this a little bit. Okay, that's all we're gonna do for now. And next, we're gonna remove, if this retainer right here, this hardware doesn't have any damage, don't change it, clean it up with the wire brush and grease it up. But we're gonna remove these and we're gonna replace these. Get yourself a wire brush, just like that. A little bit of cleaner. There you have it. So your hardware goes on top of this. So it's gonna kind of sit perfectly onto the hub. Just like that. Use a brake pad to tap on it. So this is gonna come with your brake pads. So kinda, you see there's a notch there that gets attached here and here. So if you're like a little bit in, it won't go in. Try to be just perfect. I usually get one side, kind of tap it, get it in there. And then the opposite side. Okay, time to clean the rotors and then put the rotors on the hub. All right, next step, we're gonna take out this rotor. We're gonna clean the rotor. You gotta clean the rotor. If you don't, your brakes are not gonna grab the rotor. It's gonna slip because it has oil on it. So we're gonna get a parts cleaner and clean this up. Okay, so parts cleaner, $3-4 from the store. We're gonna spray this rotor down, and we're gonna clean all around. Same thing on the other side. And you do need to clean the inside because the e-brakes are being used in this surface here. So that's it. It's time for us to go back to the hub. Next step, clean your hub really well. Put some greasing all around it. So get yourself some grease here. Get a wire brush, clean all that up. And just put a little bit of grease all around it. You don't want to put too much either. And the reason is so it's easy to come off the next time. So this rotor, just get it on there any way you like. Stick it in there. If you can turn it, it should not rub on anything, okay? So the next step here is for us to get our brake pads. So remember, like I showed you guys in the beginning, and I told you guys, the brake pads. Okay, that's not the correct. We need this brake pad here. So if you held in the same direction, you should have this notch here, okay? This brake wear indicator sensor probably went to the other side, but make sure this little notch matches, okay? If this has a clean surface, your brake pad will not, like this one here, it will never go in. So what we're gonna do here is come a little bit closer, and sometimes you gotta squeeze these. They're too wide open. And what you're gonna do is you're gonna just get the brake pad right to the center of this piston. Make sure you don't have greasy hands either. Ah, come on, I hate this thing. Okay, here goes nothing. It's back out. Oh, come on. Ah, there you go. So if your slider pins, these right here, they're not moving free, you need to take them out and put a little bit of grease on the inside. But these are nice and good. I'm not gonna touch them. So again, same thing with this brake pad. Make sure you pay attention to your other brake pad. Where did it go? If you hold it the same way, that little notch and a notch should be here up on the top there. So this is gonna go this way. If you put it this way, it might get in there, but that's not the correct way to do it. So now it's gonna be a little bit tough to get it in there, but those little notches gotta stick into those little holes. There you go, perfect. It should be nice and flush here. Now we're gonna get this brake pad and the caliper on, and what you want to do is you want to push the slider in and get these two little notches in. You're gonna have to push the slider back on the bottom here too. If you don't, your caliper's not gonna go on, and it shouldn't be this hard to get on. So my slider, okay, here you go. See how simple that was? And we're gonna put the number 10mm in. Let's push this line out. Make sure you catch the threads. Not a lot of greasing on these guys. I like to keep these dry because they're nice and open. Water, dirt is gonna get on it. Some customers do complain about that stuff. So hand tight, 10mm and 10mm. And once you're done with all your brake jobs, your wheels on, make sure you pump your brake pedal before you start the car. Make sure none of the calipers are open, okay? Because it's gonna shoot out if that's the case. Make sure the job is completed, the wheels are on before you start. Your pedal's gonna be soft and then it's gonna get hard, so pump your brake pedal about 4 to 5 times. It's gonna kind of compress each piston back in there to go back to its place. So anyways, thank you for watching my video. Don't forget to subscribe, share, and like.